Hi and welcome back to the channel, Rideshare Buddy UK. My name's Kevin and this is the January update on chargers and pricing and availability and the likes. And I'm on my way to a new hub that has opened in Chepstow. I noticed it pop up on the BP app about a week and a half ago, so it's only been open maybe a couple of weeks, if that. So we'll go over, have a look and check it out. But let's have a look at the big three for private hire drivers and Uber drivers. Now if you're not an Uber driver, the big two are obviously Tesla and also Ionity. Pretty much stable this last month compared to last month. Prices pretty much the same, no changes at Tesla. Still at £8.50 membership fee per month, and that gets you your discount rates starting at around 35 pence at the Tesla in Celtic Manor. Obviously this is more to do with Newport and surrounding area. Ionity £10.50 a month gets you your 43 pence kilowatt hour at Mega Ionity. So pretty stable. Availability wise, Ionity is beginning to get a little bit busy now, particularly during the rush hour and also on Sundays when people are out travelling. But you can generally get on a pump there, charge it out without a problem. I think there's only been about once in the last month where I've gone on and I've had to wait a few minutes for charging to become available. So Tesla at Celtic Manor is getting busy. I've only charged up once there this month so far due to lack of spaces. Now one of the issues I have is in this car I need two adjacent Tesla spaces because my charging unit is on the wrong side of the car. So that makes it even harder to get in at Tesla. Tesla does tend to be fairly quiet after about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. But during the day it's just busy and I just don't get the space there, which is a shame because it is the cheapest around, and that's probably why you can't get on there. So the other one I use a lot of is BP Pulse. As an Uber driver, it's well worth getting the Uber account to get the discount at BP Pulse. You get free BP Pulse membership, which saves you £8.95 a month, I think it is. And you get a discount rate. Normal BP Pulse subscription is 63 pence a kilowatt hour. As an Uber driver, if you've connected up your account, it's 49 pence a kilowatt hour. So below that magical 50p kilowatt hour, where it all starts to make financial sense. The BP Pulse on Malpass Road does get quite busy, and there are times where I just can't get on during the rush hour in particular and during the daytime. But there is only just the two Pulse 150 kilowatt chargers in Newport. There's a couple of 50 kilowatt chargers at Holiday Inn Express, one at Kincoed, the other at where the Celtic Manor is, just down there. So the Cauldron. Generally, not a lot has changed in Newport. We do desperately need an Ionity in Newport. It's a bit too far to travel down to Mega, and with it getting busier, we do need extra pumps down there. It would be great to have another Tesla. Bristol's got 3 Tesla stations open to the public, open to all, and I think they've got another 2 which are purely Tesla. Newport really does need another open to all Tesla super hub with their pricing. We need more pricing competition in Newport. So now I've got my AC charging sorted out, just started working again. If you noticed in our December update, I tried to charge up at the Aldi down by Sainsbury's. 22 kilowatt chargers, AC charging. I couldn't get it to charge. The car wouldn't charge. So I couldn't give a good review on it. But over Christmas, for some reason, the car just started charging up okay again. I've been told it may have been an over-the-air update. Told it might have been an over-the-air update, but it all works fine now. A lot more reliable on DC charging, and AC charging is back. So I went down to the Aldi to give it a test. Great little charger, 22 kilowatt rated. This car can do 11 kilowatt on AC charging. Fabulous. Connected up, no problem, and pulled in the full 11 kilowatts. Most cars will do 11 kilowatts. I think the Porsche has a double AC input, so you can take the full 22. But most cars won't do 22 kilowatts on AC. It's either 7 or 11. And this pulled in the full 11. 25p kilowatt hour. Means you're pulling in about 33 to 35 miles per hour. Not great. But if you're going in there shopping, just top it up. But not really practical for this sort of trade. Now, a quick update on the BP at the Marks and Spencer's in Culverhouse Cross. I've used that quite often now since they've shut down the BP Pulse at the Holiday Inn at Cardiff Airport. Fabulous chargers, consistently hitting the 50 kilowatt rates on the 50 kilowatt chargers. The BP 150 Pulse I've got there is a shared connection. So it's not, there's two chargers, 150 kilowatt. If both cars are in use, then the cars only get 75 kilowatts. So it's a maximum of 150 and it's shared between the two dispensers. So 75 kilowatts you may get. GridServe, I've used GridServe a couple of times when I've been out in the area and got stuck. All their discounts have now finished. They used to have, if you use the app, you could get 5 or 10% off. And over Christmas they ran various discounts on the way through. All that's gone, full price now, very expensive and can't really be justified when there's much better other chargers around. BP, Tesla, Ionity, all coming in at either below or very close to that 50p a kilowatt hour pricing. So not too good on the GridServe. Instavolt, never been to an Instavolt, won't go to an Instavolt, way too expensive. So Dragon, don't go to Dragon, too expensive. I can always find a way around it. So at the moment I'm on my way to Chepstow to do this BP, check out this BP. After that trip out to Clonelly yesterday, I've got 11% and 25 mile range, 6 miles to go. I'll probably be down to about 8 or 9% in charge by the time I get there, and we'll see what sort of rates these new chargers bring in. There's 4 chargers, BP Pulse 50s, so they should deliver at 50 kilowatt, and I should get a full charge at 50 kilowatt with the 11% charge, and it's 9 degrees C. And yes, here we are at another Marks and Spencer's. Marks and Spencer's and BP Pulse seem to be having a bit of a loving type of relationship, and there's my party chargers just over there. So if you've got Marks and Spencer's with a car park close to you and they don't yet have chargers, I think it's only going to be a matter of time before you'll find some BP Pulse popping up. And there they are, 50 kilowatt chargers. Let's get parked in and start the test. Right, so here we are, we've got 7% charge, temperature's 8 degrees C and 16 miles left on the clock. So let's get plugged in and then we'll have a quick chat about the charger. Well, can you believe that? I parked up on the one at the end, 255, plugged it in, came to start the charge, and it's not working. the one of the four isn't working, so I've plugged into next door, and that seems to be connecting up. Let's have a quick look. Are we charging? Yes, we're charging. Right, so there we are, 7%. We're pulling in 49 kilowatts on a 50 kilowatt charger. Very happy with that. 58 minutes to 80% from 7%. So that's not bad, actually. I mean, these BP Pulse 50s are perfect for a place like Marks and Spencer's if you're going to go shopping. Because you might, on a very low charge, most cars will charge up to 80% in about an hour on the 50 kilowatt charger, which is about the same sort of time that you need to go out and do a bit of shopping, really. I'll have a quick look at the parking restrictions and see what sort of time you're allowed for parking up, shopping and charging. Let's have a quick look. Well, it says it's £1 parking. You can get that £1 refunded if you spend £5 in Marks and Spencer's. It says pay a meter, but I can't find a meter anywhere. So I'm going to go for a wander around to try and find a meter to pay my car parking. It's supposed to be camera controlled. Can't see any cameras around, but this is a Euro Park's car park, so they've probably got stealth cameras hidden somewhere to catch people as you're trying to park up. I found the meters, payment meters. Don't have to pay anymore, but you've only got a maximum of 1 hour car parking for free, and then I think you get fined. So it's £100. So an hour should be enough to charge most cars up to 80% on these BP Pulse 50s. Right, so here they are. These are the BP Pulse 50s. There's 4 of them parked at the top end of the car park. Tritium chargers. Pretty good chargers, aren't these? They always pull in a good rate. Each pump has 50 kilowatt CCS and also CADIMO chargers, so you can bring your leafs in as well. So that's about all there is to say, really. It's plugging quite nicely. As I say, I pulled into this bay and this pump isn't working, but these other ones are. So there's 4 working. So I think these are going to be pretty handy for me because I do a lot of runs out to, I think it's Avonside Industrial Estate, just the other side of the old Severn Crossing. Do a lot of runs out there 2 or 3 times a week, so it's handy for me when I come back. I think you've seen me drop off people in some of the ride along videos down at the Amazon and also the Tesco's and these old distribution centres all over at the Avonside Industrial Park. You come back over the old bridge and this is just a little way off the bridge. Not sure what the time for the car parking is, whether these are 24-hour access or not. We'll soon find out though one of the evenings when I come back. But just down at the bottom you have the Marks and Spencer's food store. So that's pretty much it for today's sort of roundup of what's happening on the EV charging world around Newport and South Wales. New BP station. I had hoped to have been able to say the Ionity at Swansea had opened. Still no sign of that happening yet. It's all built already. It's just waiting for the National Grid to put in the feed. Same with Abergavenny. Not quite sure on what stage Abergavenny is at. Next time I head up that way, I'm going to take a pop around and see what the site's like, which is probably going to be Monday. I think I'm going up to Talgarth for a pick-up on Monday down to Cardiff Airport. So I may just pop in and have a quick look. No new Tesla open for all yet happening. I have heard rumours that they may be opening up some more. Nothing's come through yet, so we'll wait and see. Ionity, as I say, those aren't yet opened. BP got a couple of new BP hubs. This one in particular at Chepstow's of use to me. So the only other thing I really want to sort of do a bit of research on and check out, because I've been slow charging. I've had some real bad slow chargers recently in the cold weather, and I wonder if the charging suppliers are being capped by National Grid. And I say this because it's quite widespread in heavy industry that if you agree to taking a lower charge during peak times, you get a slightly preferential rate on your charge, your electricity. And also with the big industries, National Grid also say that domestic suppliers are protected. So your home supply is protected, and during peak times, they will cut or restrict the amount of power going to your big heavy industry like steelworks, car works, and stuff like that. So I wonder if EV charging stations are also on that list, where if there is a big demand on domestic supplies, especially in cold weather, and especially at those peak times 4 till 6, where people are having tea, put the TV on, put the heating on, I wonder whether National Grid say EV charge stations are throttled. National Grid would say that we're just balancing the demand. I would say that they're throttling EV charger stations to protect the domestic use. That's the only reason why I can think some of these chargers, 250 chargers, 350 kilowatt chargers, are only delivering 35 kilowatt or 40 kilowatt of power during those peak times in cold weather. I'm pretty confident that it's been throttled, but I'll have to do some research on that and see what's happening. So that's it. That's the January update, all things EV charging, which is of use to taxi drivers, private eye drivers, Uber drivers in the South Wales region. Keep my eyes open. Maybe come back in February with another update. Then, and hopefully by then, Ionity will be up and running at Abergavenny and Swansea. So just one final update on the charge. 14 minutes left to 80%. I've got 65% charge coming at 49 kilowatts. But it's saying I've been here for 50 minutes. Now, it took me 5 minutes to get plugged in because I had to move charger. So I'm only about 5 minutes away from being hit with a £100 fine. So I'm not going to go up to 80%. I'm going to call it quits now at 65% and move on. So I've not been able to complete a reasonable charge up to 80% in the hour that you were allocated at the car parking. But far better to move on now than to get a £100 fine by going up that extra 14 minutes.